Dream, discover, travel beyond borders. This is Dream and Destiny Destinations.
Dawn breaks over Egypt, and the Nile shimmers gold beneath the rising sun. The river stirs, awakening a land that has depended on its waters for millennia. Without the Nile, Egypt would be only desert, no pyramids, no cities, no life. Along the banks, a fisherman casts his net, echoing generations before him. The river's gentle rhythm is the heartbeat of Egypt, connecting past and present. Ancient Egyptians called it Or, the Black River, for the rich silt it left behind, the foundation of their civilization. Today, the Aswan High Dam controls its flow, but the Nile's importance endures. It irrigates fields, sustains cities, and carries the weight of history in its current. The sun climbs higher, and the river comes alive. Families draw water, boats set out, children play by the shore. The Nile is not just a river, it is Egypt's story, written anew each morning. Pharaohs, traders, and farmers, all have been shaped by its gifts. As the day begins, the river's legacy continues, sustaining life as it always has. The echoes of the past linger in the breeze, reminding us that the Nile is both ancient and ever-renewing. Egypt awakens, and the river flows on. Egypt is a land of striking contrasts. Lush green beside endless desert. The Nile Valley, a narrow ribbon of life, is home to nearly all Egyptians. To the west, the Sahara stretches in silence. To the east, rugged mountains meet the Red Sea. The deserts have long protected the Nile's civilization, shaping its unique culture. At the delta, the river fans out into fertile farmland, feeding the nation. The Mediterranean coast bustles with cities like Alexandria, while the Sinai bridges Africa and Asia. Egypt's geography explains its history, why people settled here, how they thrived, and how the river, desert, and sea shaped their world. Life clings to the water's edge, a testament to resilience and adaptation. The landscape is both harsh and generous, offering challenges and abundance in equal measure. In Egypt, survival and civilization are carved by water and sand. For thousands of years, the Nile's annual flood was Egypt's lifeblood. Each summer, rains in distant highlands sent the river swelling, renewing the land with rich black silt. The flood dictated the calendar. Planting, harvest, and celebration all followed its rhythm. The river unified Egypt, carrying people, goods, and ideas from south to north. The Aswan High Dam ended the ancient cycle, bringing new opportunities and new challenges. Fertile silt is now trapped, and farmers rely on fertilizers. But the Nile remains Egypt's backbone. Cruise boats and feluccas glide past ancient temples, echoing the journeys of pharaohs and traders. The river's rhythm is now managed by engineers, but its role as Egypt's lifeline endures. The Nile is the unbroken thread connecting Egypt's past, present, and future. Faith is woven into every aspect of Egyptian life. The call to prayer echoes from mosques, while ancient church bells ring in Coptic communities. Islam shapes daily rhythms, but Egypt's Christian heritage runs deep. Coptic churches and monasteries stand as living history. Before Islam, Egypt's temples honored gods like Ra and Isis, their stories etched in stone along the Nile. These layers of belief, ancient, Christian, and Muslim, coexist, shaping the nation's identity. Sacredness is found not just in buildings, but in the land and its people. Egypt's spiritual landscape is a tapestry, rich with tradition and resilience. Here, faith is both ancient memory and daily presence. Egypt's true spirit lives in its daily rhythms, from Cairo's chaos to the quiet banks of the Nile. In the city, markets buzz with bargaining, laughter, and the scent of spices. Along the river, fishermen mend nets and farmers guide cattle to drink, their lives tied to the water. In rural villages, mud brick homes and close-knit families reflect traditions unchanged for centuries. Children play by canals, and the fellahin, Egypt's farmers, work the land with inherited wisdom. Their crops feed the nation, linking city and countryside through the Nile's bounty. Family is the cornerstone. Generations live together, sharing meals and stories. Mealtimes are moments of connection, where food and conversation bind communities. Across Egypt, resilience and joy shine through in simple moments. A picnic by the river, laughter in the fields. The living Egypt is not just monuments, but people whose lives flow with the river. The Nile's gift is not only water, but the enduring pulse of daily life. Here, ancient and modern blend seamlessly, sustaining a nation's heart. Egypt's story is written in every shared meal, every harvest, every sunrise on the river. To eat in Egypt is to taste its history. Meals center on aish baladi, the bread of life, used to scoop up hearty stews and dips. Street food like kosheri, layers of rice, pasta, lentils and tangy sauce, brings people together. Fool Madam's slow-cooked fava beans is a breakfast staple, nourishing generations. Music fills the air, from the soulful oud to the energetic rhythms of shabi pop. These traditions, food, music, celebration, are the heartbeat of Egyptian culture. They connect past and present, offering a glimpse into the nation's soul. In every bite and every song, Egypt's living heritage endures. Egypt honors its ancient past, but its gaze is fixed on the future. New cities rise in the desert, easing pressure on the crowded Nile Valley. The new administrative capital is a symbol of ambition, a modern hub for a new era. Education and innovation drive change, with universities and startups shaping tomorrow's Egypt. The Suez Canal, vital for global trade, has been expanded, securing Egypt's place in the world economy. Challenges remain: population growth, resource demands, and environmental concerns. Yet optimism runs high as Egypt balances tradition with progress. The nation is on the move, building prosperity while honoring its roots. From desert skylines to bustling ports, Egypt's new flow is dynamic and determined. The river's legacy inspires a future as enduring as its past. Egypt is more than sand and stone. It's a land of surprising natural diversity. The Nile teems with fish, while its banks shelter countless birds, especially during migration. Deserts host resilient creatures: desert foxes, gazelles, and reptiles adapted to harsh extremes. The Red Sea's coral reefs are underwater wonderlands, home to vibrant marine life and world-class diving. Ancient plants like papyrus and hardy acacias have shaped life for millennia. Egypt's ecosystems are fragile treasures vital to its identity and future. Protecting this natural heritage is as important as preserving its monuments. The story of Egypt is written not just in stone, but in the web of life along river, desert, and sea. To grasp Egypt's scale, venture beyond the Nile into the vast western desert. Here, silence and space replace the city's bustle, revealing a landscape of subtle beauty. The white desert's chalk formations rise like sculptures, glowing gold and pink at sunset. Nights under the stars are unforgettable, pure, quiet, and humbling. Oases like Siwa and Bahariya are green islands, sustained by hidden springs and ancient trade routes. Oasis communities have unique cultures, shaped by isolation and adaptation. The desert teaches resilience and the value of water, stripping life to its essentials. Its emptiness invites reflection, deepening appreciation for the Nile's abundance. The desert and river are opposites. Together they define Egypt's soul. In the silence of the sands, the song of the Nile grows sweeter. Egypt's story always returns to the Nile, the river that is Egypt. Through invasions, upheavals, and change, the Nile's steady flow has shaped a resilient people. Its waters demand respect, offering life but requiring adaptation and care. The true wonder of Egypt lies not just in monuments, but in the unbroken chain of life along its banks. Farmers, fishermen, and families continue traditions as old as the river itself. The Nile teaches that survival depends on water, persistence, and hope. It has carved a civilization from desert, nurturing one of humanity's most enduring cultures. The river's lesson is simple: life endures where water flows. As Egypt faces the future, the spirit of the Nile will continue to guide and sustain it. The story of Egypt, like the river, flows on, timeless, vital, and full of promise.
The journey has only begun. Subscribe and join us for more extraordinary destinations ahead. See you in the next adventure.